Well, hello. Tom from Knife Delights here. I guess I'm live. I don't see anybody here yet. This was just a last minute thought that I had. We will just see here if we get anybody to show up. I didn't give a lot of advance notice, so only gave about a half hour notice. We'll see. Well, the purpose of this, while we're waiting to see if someone shows up, the purpose of this was I've just been thinking about all of the victims of the hurricanes down there in the southeastern part of the U.S. and just wondering if we have a lot of brothers and sisters down there that might be hurting. We've got another hurricane, Milton, on its way. It looks like it's scheduled to hit. Current projections just north of Tampa on the west coast of Florida. It's been upgraded to a Cat 5, and the latest wind projections are 160-mile-an-hour winds. So it looks like we're going to have back-to-back hurricanes. Oh, we've got Boston Blade reviews here. Kevin, how you doing? I'm doing great. Angelo's here. Welcome, Angelo. Thanks for coming in, guys. Oh, it's good to see you too, Boston. Kind of lost track here lately, haven't we? I just haven't had the time to view the videos anymore. Just been awful busy. Angelo, it's great to see you here. Thanks for joining us. So I'm hoping to see if we can get some of our knife brothers or sisters that do live down in the southeast. Hopefully they'll jump on here, or if they don't, if they watch this replay, leave some comments down there. Let us know how things are going. Is there anyone specifically that we need to pray for? Of course, we're praying for everybody, the victims of the last hurricane, and now, praying in advance here. Oh, we've got George here. Hello, George. Welcome. Says he just got power back on after 9 days, but South Carolina is tough. And buddy, I agree with that. I agree. I think, well, I shouldn't even say this, but I live in a rural area, and it seems like a lot of us in the rural areas are kind of used to doing things on our own anyway. So it seems to be easier in the face of disaster for us to come together and do more things on our own. Jeff Jackson, welcome, Jeff. Thanks for dropping by, my friend. So I'll just kind of chat here just a little bit more while we're waiting to see if we get some more in. I know that there was some areas in the mountains there very hard to get to, very remote. Where I'm at, we're flatlands basically. So we have a tornado or floods or something like that. Yes, it can be bad, but at least we don't have mountains and mountain roads washing away and those types of things. So yeah, we got James Alton here. James, welcome. Yes, Angelus. He says, Angelo. He says, just hope everyone is okay and going to be okay. Well, that's kind of the purpose of this live here, Angelo. Is we're checking in. Just want to check in with everybody. You bet. But the news has just been devastating, and earlier this spring, up on my neck of the woods, we had a couple rivers that really flooded bad and hit a couple of towns really, really bad and devastated them. And that was bad, but it's not the widespread area like this last hurricane. I mean, several states. It's just looking at the pictures and seeing the news footage. It just seems it's unbelievable, and I'm sure you can't even describe it. You got to see it to believe it, I guess. Uh, yeah. Well, we got a few folks trickling in here. Sorry about the late notice here. It was just kind of a whim. I just got to thinking about it, and you know, I haven't done anything to reach out to anybody, and I thought this was time, and this was a good, quick way A lot of people might not be able to join the live, but maybe they can watch the replay, leave me comments, send me emails. The biggest purpose, again, is just want to check in. We have a lot of brothers and sisters of the knife community living down in those parts. Just want to check and make sure they're doing okay, their families are doing okay. Um, there's during disasters, there's always a lot of things you don't think about, like baby formula for the babies. Fresh water to make the formula. You're always concerned about taking care of the young ones. They don't understand what's going on. Their whole world has just been turned upside down. For mom and dad, it's been turned upside down too, and now they've got all of this stress and pressure on them on how are we going to keep the family safe and keep them fed, get them water. Uh, so there's a lot going on for everybody. So Jeff says, I have family outside of Orlando and they left their camper and got a hotel room for them and the kids. That's good news. Good news. Hello, EDC. Welcome. Welcome. So I'm not sure where everyone lives. I think I know where everybody lives, but is anyone that's in the chat now, are you in the affected area? Well, there's Patriot Knife and Tool. If you live in the affected hurricane area, please let me know here in the comments. Really wanting to know how you're doing. Patriot Knife and Tool. Oh, you're very welcome, George. When you're halfway across the country, you sit and you watch this and you feel for, you empathize and it's like, what can I do? What can I do? Well, we can always donate to some of the national charities and hopefully that money gets there, but that doesn't help with the immediate things. That's for, longer term stuff. And, it's the first few days, the first few weeks. That's when it's really tough. And you really kind of feel helpless. I think your family was pretty fortunate there. I wouldn't think hotel rooms are too much available. But all of those there in Florida, and I don't know, it looked like it was hitting like halfway up the state on the west side there in Tampa, but I don't know how much it'll affect Alabama and all of those folks, along the seaboard there. And so I'm sure you've heard this a million times, but it's true. You know, get out, go, leave, get yourself safe, hopefully to a safe area. Now, I did live on the south coast of Texas, Gulf of Mexico, by Corpus Christi. Lived there several years, but we always had warnings of hurricanes and this and that, but they all fizzled out and didn't hit my area. So I've never been through a hurricane. I've been through out at sea, the effects of the hurricane 2 or 3 days later. Okay, so Tim from Tim's School of Fish is in the Panhandle. That's what I needed to know. And do you know, Jeff, how Tim is doing? See, I don't know who even has internet. I know Elon Musk was trying to get Starlink going so people could have internet. Um, so I don't even know who can get a hold of us here. So that's why I thought this was important for everybody to get together here, exchange some information. If there's somebody that absolutely is in desperate, dire straits, we need to reach out and try to get them some help somehow. Oh, you're welcome, Patriot. You have friends in right in line on the coast, and they're heading north and east. Okay, good, good. So I don't know. I don't know. Did Georgia get hit pretty bad in this last one? Can anyone tell me that? I'm thinking about Terry's Knives and Man stuff, and all the other fine folks down in that area. Are they doing okay? Okay. Knew he was in both. He was good. Both hurricanes missed him. This one probably missed him. Okay, good. I will say I was over in the Philippines and one Memorial, or no, it would have been Labor Day, no, Memorial Day weekend, I think it was. Uh, for 3 or 4 days, we spent all day taping up windows, picking up any piece of paper, anything laying around, preparing for this huge typhoon that was just supposed to slam us. And it was supposed to be so bad. And we spent a week getting all prepared for it. And the day that it was supposed to hit us, it was one of the nicest days that was there. Uh, the typhoon had turned and it hit Manila and just devastated Manila. Up here in the Midwest, we have our tornadoes, but again, the tornado is devastating, but it is a smaller, isolated area, and that's why it's hard for me to fathom. I see pictures from the hurricane and how widespread it is, and over several states. I know the devastation of a tornado, but I can't imagine seeing that kind of devastation, like over miles and miles and miles and miles. It's just mind blowing. So we got 13 people watching right now. If you wouldn't mind, guys, if you'd hit that like button, it might help me out here just a little bit. Okay, Scott at Aries EDC did a short live earlier, and he is down around Orlando. Pat at Cheesy Moon Workshop is down there too, not sure exactly where. Okay, so let me see here is, I should have my atlas out. So I have my geography. I don't know the Florida geography all that well. Well, let me see what we can get going here. No, I don't want that. I just don't want to embarrass myself with my lack of knowledge of geography. I think, isn't Orlando north of Tampa, or is it south? Hello, Radar. Welcome. Radar, we appreciate you joining us. We're just kind of checking in on everybody. Do you know anybody that's in the areas that's down in the southeast that's been affected by the hurricanes, or do you know any ways that we can help? Anyone that needs help? That's kind of the purpose of this live here. Okay, so Jeff says Orlando is directly in the path, but is Orlando north or south of Tampa? I'm thinking it's north, but I'm not sure. Okay, so kind of northeast of Tampa, northeast. Disney World is right below Orlando. Okay, so I didn't embarrass myself too much. North above Winter Haven. Okay, thanks, Radar. Well, there's Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen. Welcome, Kathleen. We're just kind of discussing here. We're just wondering about our uh, brothers and sisters of the knifewood, see how they're faring down there in the southeast. And didn't know if you got some information, some updates, Kathleen, or if you know someone here in the community that might need some help, why please let us know here. That's kind of what this is all about. And I'll say once again that if you have information you don't want to share, publicly here on the chat, send me an email at knifedelights@gmail.com, knifedelights@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can do. I was very appreciative. You know, last spring, my father passed, and then we had the floods and a lot of things, and so many people in the uh, knife tube world reached out to me and really helped take care of me, and I just want to express my thanks for all of that, and just want to turn around and make sure that if there's something that we can be doing, why please let us know. But Jeff says my little brother used to live outside of Clearwater, and Tampa Bay was a block away from the house. He moved back up here in Western PA. All right. Yes, Kathleen, we've discussed the new storm also, Milton. Yep. I just watched an update from like an hour ago, and I guess it is certainly a Cat 5 and 160-mile-an-hour winds. So, oh, hats off, kudos. You know those Air Force Reserve planes that fly through those hurricanes to gather data? Man, those are some brave men and women. You'd never see me doing that. Yes, radar, it really has picked up speed. I think they said at like 8 or 9 o'clock this morning it was at 100 mile an hour, and now it's up to 160. So good for her, Jeff. Maybe she can give us some updates here. Well, while we're waiting for some more to get on, does anyone want to see a knife? I guess I could show a knife. Oh, there's George. I almost started getting used to the cold showers. Those are tough, aren't they? Those are tough. When is it supposed to make landfall? I am not sure. I'm not sure. I think they said it was, I want to say about 700 miles away. So it'll probably be sometime tomorrow night or Wednesday, but I don't know. Maybe I can Google that and find out. Okay. Well, I guess I was close here. Says the most likely path suggests Milton could make landfall Wednesday in the Tampa Bay area and remain a hurricane as it moves across central Florida. Well, looks like sometime Wednesday. Yep, you're right, radar. There's always the advance of the storm. Yep, that seal. You'll get all riled up. That's for sure. Yeah, George, it's no fun taking cold showers. And I'll tell you what, when it's wintertime up here and you lose heat and you got to take a cold shower, it's even worse. But okay, does anyone want to see a knife while we're waiting here? I don't want this to be a boring live, but I'm hoping that if people come back and watch it later, that they'll leave me some information. Oh, George says yes, please. Okay, what should I show first? Well, I just happen to have this one laying here. Got this nice Ross Cutlery Texas Jack with the blue bone. Ain't that lovely? It's so dark in the middle there, it's almost purple. But nice slice gave me this one. I just love it. Yeah, and it's out of the Iron Horse series. I happen to have the box here. I just shot a video with it the other day, so I happen to have the box here too. Well, hi Stacy, welcome. I know I sound like a broken record to the others that have been here for a while, but Stacy, I decided to have a really quick live here just to check in and see how our brothers and sisters are doing down there in the Southeast. Um, check in to see if there's anyone that's in dire need or desperate need of help, immediate help, or looking for ways that we can help or anything like that. I think this whole nation and is very concerned about everybody, especially with this second storm coming. So, yeah. And I did a video the other day on this one, and this is the bolster stripes with peach seed bone from Rough Rider, and it is R1565. Yeah, and they call it a moose, and I'm like, that's not a moose. A moose is supposed to be big. So somebody said that they called it a mini moose or a baby moose or something. I don't know. And then they're calling this blade. Some people thought it was a, what do they call it? A Texas spay or a modified spay. But on the website advertising it, they called it a Skinner blade. So I don't know what's up with this knife. But I just did not think that this really met the qualifications of a moose. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's bad down there. Sad. You're right, Stacy. And Jeff's wife has cousins and family in the Sarasota area. Oh, hi, Ronald. Hi, great to see you live again. Well, it's great to be live again. Don't get to do this very often anymore. And Stacy says, yeah, the second one is headed straight for my original home and birthplace. Most of my family is in Tampa. Well, we'll make sure and keep them in our prayers there, Stacy. Blade shape throws you off. Well, that was kind of the point of my video is, these knife companies can call anything, any pattern, or name a knife any pattern they want to. They can name any blade shape, any pattern of blade they want to. There is no official set of rules of or criteria to, what's a clip point, what's a drop point. So that's why you're always kind of safe to just say modified, right? Okay, let's see. What else do I got? Oh, got this Buck Cavalier, and I got it out because I just did a video on it. One of Buck's modern knives, flipper, and it is a frame lock, and it's a pretty attractive little knife. Nice thin blade, nice and sleek. Kind of reminds me of the CEO by CRKT. I think they kind of initiated this style of the slender, sleek knife. And I did a comparison of it with this, is it Senren Mu? Yeah. And it's a flipper also, and a frame lock. And it also has a sliding lock right there. So when you got that locked in, the frame lock will not move on it. So kind of an extra little safety feature for it there. It's a Senren Mu out of China. Pretty nice knife, but I got to tell you, well, see, almost fouled it. I have a hard time with these flippers. This has a really thick, all aluminum body to it, handle to it, and to me, it just makes. I'm not a big fan of the just the solid aluminum. For one, to me, it adds more weight to the knife than needs to be there, and I find it to be slick. But that's my personal preference. Some people like these kinds of knives. I got a little brother, and I don't know how he's related to me, but he loves the plain, solid aluminum knife handles. I don't know. I don't know if mom dropped him on his head or what, but that's what he likes. So, okay, Ronald says, we are surviving in North Carolina. All my folks in the hills survived, but it's a bad situation here. Yes, it is, Ronald. And that's why we wanted to get on here. It's good to see that you have internet. Um, I know a lot of places may still not have internet. I don't know what services people have or don't have. Hold on one moment. I'll be right back. Whoops, sorry about that. Yes, Radar, I think we're all the same. We're wishing everybody the best there in North Carolina and all of the other areas. Oh, Aries EDC is down in that area. Huh. Well, what do you think of this? This is a Frontier, and it's got the Union Pacific logo on it, advertising knife. And Randy from Randy's WSG gifted me this knife. What a what a wonderful knife. I always liked the Imperial Frontier series. Starting to get a few of their knives. This is a P-4 Imperial Stainless. Got that checkering here. So it's a very nice, 110 clone. Very nice. Well, George, we try to be the best there is. I know I've been a benefit of the generosity and the caring and kindness of everyone in the community. Ronald says people have been absolutely incredible here. Whole lot of love. That's great. That's great to see people coming together, and that's what it's all about. Hi, Mike. We got Mike Curtis. Mike says he's been keeping up with a lot of friends in North Carolina. It's very bad up there. Yes. We got Dennis. Good evening, Tom. I just got home saying that you were on live. Yes. Oh, there's Big Fish. Welcome, Big Fish 73. The purpose of this, I didn't go live to show knives, although it's inevitable. We're going to start showing some knives, but the purpose of this was I just wanted to check in and see how everyone's doing. All our brothers and sisters down there in the southeastern part of the country, wanting to know, is there some immediate need that somebody needs? Just wanted to check on the status of everybody. You know, I know there's a lot of people just lost everything, lost their homes, saw their home just washed away or fall down this over the side of the mountain and that, and it's just horrible, the devastation. And we do know that we got another hurricane coming. Looks like it'll be hitting landfall on Friday. So, for anyone just joining us, if you know of something that we can do, I know I'm half the country away. It's hard for me uh, to directly help, but if there's certain charities that you know about that have been doing a really good job, please let us know. That's one thing that we can do is donate some money, but we don't always know. When you're not in that area, you're not always sure what's the best charity to give to. So if anyone has any suggestions on what charities we can give to, I think the viewers would be happy to see that too. Yeah, yeah. This one should not hit North Carolina, although some of the after effects, and it doesn't take much rain. When they've had as much rain as they had and everything saturated, any residual or anything on the borders of the storm It's not going to help anywhere. But no, they should not get a direct impact on it. No. Okay. Well, for my videos, I've been wanting to do a video on all my camp knives. Haven't got it done. I was trying to get some of my 110 clones all together so I could do a 110 clone video. Haven't got that done. I've just been behind on everything, haven't I? Okay. Okay, Radar says I've seen Tulsi Gabbard is setting up a 100% donation to people in need earlier today. So is that on like her website, or is that a GoFundMe, or is that, you have more details? Okay, here in Hickory, North Carolina, we are good, but just north of us, so many small towns between here and Boone were devastated. Wow. Huh. Okay, so here's another 110 clone. This is a K-bar, and it's a modern clone because it has a pocket clip on it. See there? Jumping on top of the blade, dual thumb studs. Uh, got this checkering here. It looks like I think it's aluminum frame. I am not sure. I don't have all the details. I just grabbing it, picking it up. It's model number 3189, and it is made in China. Just another nice clone, and show it compared to the Imperial Frontier there on top. So, okay, Radar says it was a video clip. I think her website would have it. So there's one suggestion. Tulsi Gabbard may have a website and a place to donate. And unfortunately, sometimes you send donations to organizations and like half the money spent on administrative costs and this and that, and the money doesn't really get to the people. And so that's why if you have any suggestions, maybe it's a local, nonprofit that has a very good reputation, and that they get the money to the people. Even churches, if churches are buying stuff, and I'm sure I did see some videos where churches where they've been able to gather up supplies. They're serving food, serving water, doing whatever they can. So any local charities that might benefit from a donation, please feel free to list that here, because we want when you send a donation, you want as much of the donation to get directly to the people that you can. So, well, there's Titotron 3030. Welcome. Welcome. Did I miss anybody? I think I've gotten everybody welcomed in. Okay, we're at 6:03 right now, and I think I'm going to end at about 6:10 in about 7 minutes here or so. And I'll show you another 110 clone, and this is one of probably the cheapest knockoffs that I've seen. And this is a Guidesman. And Guidesman is a store brand from Menards. And Menards is a large lumberyard hardware store combination, mega store, kind of like a Lowe's or a Home Depot. And this is their house brand. And you can see very thin. And it comes with a sheath, a brown sheath. But it must be a universal sheath the Guidesman uses, because you put that in there and it just wiggles all around. It's so loose in there. So you'd have to stuff something down in that sheath to get this. But I think this cost, they had these on sale for like $17. And I had bought it and did a video on it. And, if you got a kid and they want a buck 110 and you don't think they're quite responsible enough to have the big knife, as in they might lose it or break it, uh, this might be something, one of these cheaper knockoffs, just to get them used to using a knife like this. And then you can keep it keep it when you want to let them use it. Why supervise them while they use it and let them learn. And as they progress, and once you know that they can fully be trusted, then maybe you surprise them with a buck 110 or a 112. Yeah. George, my wife and I started cutting fallen trees, and we met neighbors we didn't know we had. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, I guess you have plenty. You'll have plenty of firewood for the winter, huh? Oh, MCGA is live too. It hasn't started yet. In case you're interested, Tom. Yes, I am, Jeff. That's why I'm going to end this up. And I didn't even check to see. I hope I'm not stepping on anybody else's live or anything like that. But again, the purpose of this is just to check in, see how everybody's doing. Send me an email at knifedelights@gmail.com if you know of a certain situation. One of our brothers or sisters in the knife tube world, if they're having problems or they need some help with something, send me an email and we'll get together again, or I'll get the word out somehow, and we'll see as a community, you know, see if we can't get together and help out on something. Yeah. Yes, Kathleen. Yep. One of the best things everybody can do is pray. Yep. Pray without ceasing. Okay, he is on now. Original feed wouldn't work. So is he, Jeff? Is he down in the southeast? I think he is. I didn't know if maybe his internet was affected. Okay. So here I got 6:07. So here at 6:10, I'm going to drop off and I'll go join Make Cutlery Great Again. Go and pop in and say hi. Hello, Greg. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you're welcome, George. Like I said, I was just sitting around and I've been seeing the videos and watching the footage, hearing the reports, and you just feel so helpless when you're so far away and so many people are hurting and so many need help. And if nothing else, we can show our support and our love, our friendship, fellowship, and again, give an avenue, one more avenue. If there's something that we can do, please let me know. Please let me know. Yeah. So at 6:08, I think I got time for maybe one more night here. And guess what? Lo and behold, it's another Frontier, but it's not as big as a 110, but it is a lockback. And this is a Lando Lakes Feeds, and they are out of Minnesota. I don't even know if they go by Land Lakes anymore. I think they got bought out. But this is one of the Double Eagles, the Frontier Double Eagles. Frontier Double Eagle. And I always love their tang stamp at Frontier, and I don't know if you can see it there or not. It's got that powder horn down there on it. Just love that tang stamp. And this is model number 4515, made in USA. 4515. Just a wonderful knife. Yeah. George says this definitely takes my mind off the cleanup for a bit. Glory, hallelujah. Glad we could help out, brother. Glad we could help out. Yep. Sometimes you just need to take a break. And I was talking about families earlier and the young kids and them not understanding. You know what? When you've lost everything, sometimes the best thing you can do is take a child a new toy because they probably lost all their toys. They're lost without their doll, or they're lost without their teddy bear, whatever, and to be able to just hand them a toy to, let them hug and give them some comfort, maybe some rock candy or hard candy, something that tastes good in the mouth. Uh, something to brighten their day just a little bit. It's always the little things sometimes that helps you through a situation like this. Well, okay, folks, it's at 6:10. I want to thank everybody for joining me. My last plea here is, if you know anyone in the community here on Knife Tube, all our brothers and sisters, if anyone's really hurting, or if you know of a situation that needs some help, send me an email at knifedelights@gmail.com. Can't promise I can do anything, but we'll sure try, and we'll try to get together as a community. And I'm going to sign off, tell everyone to have a very delightful day. Stay safe out there, and you Floridians facing the new hurricane, our prayers are with you also. And now I am going to go over to the Make Cutlery Great Again live. Thanks again, everybody, for joining in.